Today is the 26th of June. On this day in 1945, 50 states signed the founding document of the United Nations, the United Nations Charter. It wasn't until 1987 that the United Nations Convention Against Torture came into force. And it wasn't until 1998 that this day, the 26th of June, became the International Day in support of victims of torture. The United Nations articles and conventions contain five fine words. These documents are noble and upstanding celebrations of the principles of decent, humane, responsible, respectful and civilized life. The words of these articles lay down in certain terms what we must do to establish, maintain and defend human rights and to protect that precious thing, that spark that is the human spirit. They're fine words. The Convention states in Article 2
that each party shall take effective legislative, administrative, judicial or other measures to prevent acts of torture in any territory under its jurisdiction.
And also that there should be
no exceptional circumstances whatsoever, whether a state of war or threat of war, internal political instability or any other public emergency may be invoked as a justification for torture.
And in Article 3 it states that
no state party shall expel, return or extradite a person to another state where there are substantial grounds for believing that he or she would be in danger of being subjected to torture.
Now they're fine words and they do state the obvious. They're fine words that clearly state that we have a duty to protect and defend human beings and to prevent torture. And that there is no excuse for torture and there is no legal excuse from justice for torturers. And yet here we are 67 years since the signing of the Universal United Nations Charter and 25 years since the Convention Against Torture apparently came into effect. And countless individuals are still tortured every year. Countless thousands will be tortured next year, the year after that, and the year after that. And here we are in 2012, and we have the fine upstanding words, and we celebrate the fact that we have that. And we have the laws to protect individuals from torture, and in some places we have the international will to protect individuals from torture. And to bring those torturers, the offenders, to justice. And they're fine words, and they can do something to help. And they have done something to help, but we're not here for fine words. We stand here now on the International Day to support victims of torture, to recognise the personal impact on individuals, on families, on mothers, on fathers, on children. That personal impact on individual human beings that torture has had and continues to have, and to reflect on these individual, preventable, personal tragedies. To remind ourselves that these offences against humanities are offences against the person, offences against individual human beings. And now we'll have a moment's silence after lighting our candles. Want to bring it forward, Marissa? And also, obviously, to remember today those victims the world over and the individuals who are suffering human rights abuses in Syria specifically. So a minute's silence for the victims of our lives. is hope. We have dignity. We deserve dignity.